men from old St. Thomas, we got the strength to never yield. We'll fight and fight for our Tom Eagle as we march on down the field. Our motto is to win with glory, 'cause that's the way we're taught to play. Do or die for old St. Thomas, fighting Eagles all the way. Hey!
As St. Thomas College entered the 1920s, it would begin the decade on a high note. 121 young men registered for the 1920-1921 school year. And while only 100 would eventually enroll, the school's new principal, Father Daniel Dillon, a Basilian priest and the school's first native Texan to hold the position, called it the largest enrollment in the school's history.
He takes over in 1919, just before the turn of the decade, and begins creating this environment we know as the St. Thomas of today. He encourages the students to make more use of the sacraments. He gets the school accredited with the State Board of Education. These things really help put St. Thomas in a strong position at the start of the 1920s.
It was indeed a time of hopefulness for the school. Milestone after milestone was reached as the Roaring Twenties took flight. The school's baseball team won a championship in 1921. By 1923, the school would not only be accredited with the State Department of Education, but also begin an affiliation with the Rice Institute, known today as Rice University. And in 1924, the drama department presented Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. It would be the school's first production staged under electric lights.
What the school needs at this point, though, is more land. There are plots at LaBranche and Crawford Street near McGowan, just a few blocks from the school. The cost is $62,000, but this group of fundraisers believes that they can raise more than that, build a gym and a swimming pool with the extra.
Everyone, Father Dillon, local businessmen, the bishop, all agreed that purchasing land would be prudent for the growing school. In 1921, 30 members of the Houston community agreed to purchase tracts of land in their names to secure the plots for St. Thomas until the school could raise the necessary capital. The following year, Rome authorized a $30,000 loan for buying property. The gears of fundraising were slow. By the time a full-on fundraising drive was launched in 1924, Father Dillon would be gone, replaced as principal by Father Thomas McGuire. McGuire said of the endeavor that paying for real estate does not give people much of a thrill. As St. Thomas approached its silver anniversary, the school's future was bright. By 1925, the entire school was wired for electricity. It celebrated its silver anniversary with very little fanfare, and it looked ever forward to the future. Enrollment in the middle of the decade was still a concern. For the first time in decades, enrollment in 1926 dropped below 100 students. For all the land acquisition and planning it had taken, there was no denying the fact that the building that housed St. Thomas was showing its age. Father McGuire suggested a new building. That suggestion was not well received by the school's general council governing body. The following year, Father McGuire was sent to Rochester, New York as superior of a new Basilian order there. McGuire is replaced at St. Thomas by Father T.P. O'Rourke. Like his predecessors, he asked for a larger staff to better accommodate the 145 students now enrolled at the school. That request is denied. Another request, however, would get more traction. In 1928, O'Rourke told the General Council that the school had the opportunity to buy 33 acres north of Buffalo Bayou on what would come to be known as Memorial Drive. It was all owned by Will C. Hogg, who was willing to sell it to the school for $4,500 an acre. In May of 1929, St. Thomas bought just over 31 acres along the new Memorial Drive for nearly $141,000. The news made the front page of 3 Houston papers. The publicity did wonders for the school. That September, enrollment shot to 175 students. The following month, the stock market crashed, plunging the country into the Great Depression. At St. Thomas, however, there would be great light in these dark times.